Hi. Let's talk a little bit about how a leader develops leading skills. In the beginning, people learn the very basics of leading. It's like very specific. What are the signals to do a certain move? For example, to initiate a turn, we often scoop up the hand, and the hand points in the direction of the turn, and then we send our follower off. Another fundamental of leading is to prep every move. Prepping means we move in the opposite direction. So if I want to, let's say I'm the follower, if the leader would want to turn me in this direction, the leader would first turn me in that direction, and then send me in that direction. At the same time, if the leader wants me to move up, the leader would first move me down and then up. There's a very basic human reflex that explains why we do this. Usually, if you give a human a push, they try to resist you. It's just a natural reflex. If someone pushes me here, I'm gonna lean into it because I don't want to fall over. So if you want to lead someone into a movement and you lead them directly where you want to go, they're naturally going to resist you. However, you can use this to your advantage. Because they're resisting you, that's the direction they are pushing to move. So if I were to be pushed this way, I resist that way, and then the person sends me that way, I already go in that direction. It's very interesting. Try it out with a friend. Like once you know the basic rules of leading, you realize there's a next level. The next level is that at the start of a dance, you have to kind of like test out, get to know your follower. Everyone is at a different skill. People need different amounts of pressure. People have different preferences. So in the beginning, you want to kind of feel out your partner so that you can adjust your lead to your partner. Also, the same thing happens in the opposite direction. When I follow at socials, I've noticed pretty much every leader leads a little bit differently, and you have to get to know some. So as you advance in leading, you start to learn how to calibrate to different partners. And then the next challenge becomes, you start off a little bit like a puppet master, where you control your follower and your follower just does what they're told. But you want to get to a place where you give your follower space to add styling. Styling is when your partner maybe throws in some extra hand moves or just extra moves. And that way you give them freedom to be creative, and the dance becomes more of a collaboration. So you have to learn to let go of a hand, create spaces for your follower to do things. And eventually you want to get to a level where the dance becomes more of a conversation, where you're both having initiations, and developing all of these skills is a little bit less here's how to do X, but it requires developing higher level skills.